kind of design. Graffiado. Yes, it's handmade. Yeah. It's for that it's very expensive as well because it's handmade. Now we are going to see a square with several, with a few palaces, very nice old palaces. I see all palaces all around, all buildings.
Ya, sí.
Beautiful square, isn't it? Beautiful one. Well, what we have here, this is a beautiful square. Call it the square of San Martin. No, sorry, the square of San Juan. No, sorry. I mean, this square has several names. Okay, its real name is Medina del Campo, but all the people know this square as the square of Juan Bravo, or the square of San Martin because the church of San Martin, or the square of the Marbella because the Sphinx that the Segovian people call them Marbella. I don't know. Well, what is the history here? Well, we can see several palaces here. That one is from the 15th century Gothic style, as you can see over there. Oh, in the other side, over there, that one is stone from the 15th century as well. That one in the corner is from the 16th century. It's in Renaissance style. You can see the big tower, as I told you. The noble people wanted to make towers to show their power. It's one of the most powerful families here, Los Toya, the Reón de Los Toya. It was from the 15th century, but after in the 16th century, they made some renovations in Renaissance style. Something typical from here is those galleries that we can see in the top of the building. That was for to dry the wall of the ships, right? But in the familiar way, because after, in the industrial way, they will do it in the mountains, as I explained to you before. Well, Juan Bravo is a local hero, as I explained in the bus. When Charles I arrived, he increased the taxes, so it was a riot against the new king, right? Finally, they were defeated, and they will be taken to destroy his house and to put salt in the ground to avoid that anything will grow up again. They are very so mean. Yeah. Something interesting here. That church, Romanesque style. Segovia is one of the cities with more Romanesque buildings in Spain. Probably the more, within Palencia. But we can see that there is a mix of Romanesque with Mudéjar style. That tower is Mudéjar, the bricks, as you can see. What is the characteristics of the Romanesque style? Well, the buildings are not so high, and normally the windows are not so big. That way they avoid that the light come inside, because they believe that the intimacy atmosphere that you create inside of the temple is the way to connect with God. That way you are more focused in the pride, and then it's better the connection, right? Normally the semicircular arcs is very typical from the Romanesque, and as I explained in Toledo, the people didn't know to read, so with the image and the sculptures they will teach the people. Normally outside, what we are going to find is monsters, the vicious, the virtuous. Just to remember, the people, they have to behave and they have to go to the church. Inside of the church, what they are going to find, we are going to find, normally is the scenes of the Jesus Christ life, the Virgin Maria, etc. The peculiarity of this Romanesque here in Segovia is the gallery. Here the weather is very extreme. In summertime it's very hot, and in winter it's very cold. In the old days it wasn't public places to gather and to speak each other's. Wasn't the bars already. So the people meet after the daily mass. So they started to make this shelter for the people to create a public space for everyone. It's very typical from here. Very good. So let's continue to the major square where we are going to see the Lady of the Cathedral, right? Questions? In 2 months, we can do the festival, the Papa Trees Festival. That is everywhere full of the street artists and Papa Trees. And you can say that full of people are here. It's very nice to be here in the city. You can see the monsters. Over there, that is the mud race, actually. Well, very often we walk just straight and we don't look back. But if we look back, you can see this beautiful entrance. I told you normally the Romanesque is not so high, but that one is quite high. The entrance that is very beautiful, right? In front of this building, normally was here another building called gymnasium for the priests of the church. It wasn't a gymnasium for the muscle. Wasn't the priest with the 2 Bibles like that, you know? It was like a gymnasium for the brain, because they were studying the books and copy the books, right? After, in the 16th century, they made this building that was the civil jail. For 200 years, more than 200 years was the civil jail. And now it's the public library. So it became again the gymnasium. Like in the old days. You can see how was the prison here.
Yeah.
I've always liked it.
many people stop here. I should tell something. I don't know.
Make something up.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. I know. Well, actually, that. I will wait. Actually, here is the entry. Wait. Yes, you see all the different designs? Nice ones. Well, actually over there is the entry of the Jewish quarter. Here was a big Jewish quarter as well. Was 5 synagogues here. They was quite important Jewish quarter. Actually, the Catholic kings, they were very close to those community. Actually, it was one important Jew, called it Abraham Senior, that he was the counter of the Catholic kings. In 1492, when was the expulsion of the Jews, the Fernando el Católico begged to him, please, you have to remain here with me, because we are very close. So he finally, with 85 years old, he baptized and became a Christian to remain here in Spain. And of course, to keep all his privileges and houses and so on. Because he had a lot of money, he helped a lot to the King Fernando el Católico, giving so much money for fighting the Muslims. Yeah. Well, here was the main synagogue, Corpus Christi. Now the Corpus Christi, the convent of the Corpus Christi. The legend said, the history said that once 2 Jews were steal the holy bread, and they wanted to destroy it. And then inside of the synagogue, they been boiling water, and they wanted to throw in the water just for fun to destroy, So just before that they will do that, a small earthquake happened, and then a big crack in the wall, and then the holy bread flew away over there, and the miracle, That history was the excuse to expropriate, to say that the Jews were very bad, so mean, to expropriate that property, and then to make here a Christian temple, right? That was in the half of the 15th century, when the two communities start to be bad, In the end of that, the 15th century is when end with expulsion, right? Very good. Sad story, actually. Let's go to the square. And we are going to see the last Gothic cathedral that was built in Spain. Very beautiful one.
Ovviamente. Ovviamente. 이제 너무 아스가 떨어지네.
Three.
The cathedral has 3 different parts and 3 different styles. Now we are watching the head. You can see that the head is the most decorative part of the cathedral. The last part of the cathedral is the barrow part of the cathedral. You can see two the nice one, isn't it? All over, a lot of people.
Well, thank you. You don't know them. You take pictures. There are people that.
No, we go in Alcázar. Actually, inside is not very well decorated because when it was down, the start of the city, so the people didn't have money to decorate inside. At least they finished it outside. That is very beautiful. Well, we are in front of the Lady of the Cathedrals, as we call it, because it's very elegant, isn't it? It's the last Gothic cathedral that we built in Spain. But it's funny because this cathedral in the beginning wasn't here. We will see it was in front of the Alcázar, down the hill. But during the war of the communities with Juan Bravo, that they sneaked into the tower of the cathedral. They were attacking for 6 weeks the Alcázar, and after the old cathedral was destroyed. So they moved all the stones here and they rebuilt in Gothic style. The construction lasts 250 years to be done. It started in 1525. 1525. And well, with the pass of the time, they changed a little bit the architectural style because they have some elements, Renaissance elements. It's more square, that dome is more Renaissance style. So it's a mix of different architectural styles. Yeah, this square changed a lot because that church we have over there, San Miguel, wasn't there. It was in the middle of the square. In Segovia, they like very much to move the stuff. They have a lot of free time at that time. Now, when they started the construction of that cathedral, the old Jews quarter that was over here, they destroyed it and then they did the cathedral. When they started the cathedral, that one fell, so they decided to move because it has a lot of history. Actually, in 1473, Elizabeth, the Catholic Queen, was crowned in that church. So here was the coronation. You have to imagine everyone here, you know, and then Elizabeth receiving the crown. It was a very important moment for Spain at that moment. The square, as you can see, is not close of the major square of Madrid or other squares. Why? Because they did little by little. It's true that as well they moved the church over there because they wanted to let perspective to see the new cathedral that is coming, right? The different buildings, that one is from the 18th century, but that one is from the 17th century, and that one, the theater, is from the beginning of the 20th century. Well, we have this Gothic temple, so we saw the Romanes. The Gothic, they are searching for the height. They want big windows to allow the light to come inside of the temple, because light is God. And then the light is the recreation of the heaven on earth, right? And when more higher you are, more close to God you are. It's like the direct line to God. Yeah? Well, we can see that facade down is the main one in neoclassical style in granite that doesn't fit with the rest of the construction. And over there is the patron of Segovia. I will introduce you the patron of Segovia. Follow me.
Je montre mon père, frère. Allez, c'est parti. Je vois quand même.
Very nice place. And at night, in the evening, it's full of people. Well, we have this guy that is San Frutos, Pajarero. He's the patron of Segovia and as well the protector of the birds. Yeah? He was a visigoth that lived in the middle of the forest in a small church with his brothers, that as well they are saints. And then in the 8th century when the Arabs arrived, you can see he has a stick. When the Arabs arrived, he make a line in the ground and say, "You don't pass this line." And the Arabs say, "We don't care," you know, and he is crushed the stick in the ground, and then a big crack happened in the earth, and then now the river Duraton is running down this cliff, you know, and the small church is at the top of the cliff. Since then he become a saint, and then he's the patron of Segovia. Well, on 25th of October is his festivities, the festivity for all the village. So we can see he has a book. We said when he finishes the book will be the doomsday, but don't worry that he is reading very, very slow. So on the evening on 24th of October, we take the book of him out of the cathedral and we put in front of the door. And then all the people from Segovia, we come here to watch how the page is turning along, right? So we are here like that. Till someone say, "I already saw the page turning," and we say, "Miracle!" And then we go to drink. And we give free soup over there, and there are people singing here, and everyone finishes drunk. It's a great day. I invite you to come. Well, now we are going to see the tower, because it's a very beautiful tower. Yeah?
네. 시우시우使ってくれる。
I leave it at like that.
The Lion Street, because the lions we have here. Remember, symbol of power next to the cathedral. So we have this beautiful tower. It is limestone. So when it's the sunset, that becomes red and orange. It's beautiful.
Serious?
Yeah, it's very nice. And yes, in the old days was higher, was 100 meters high, with a Gothic capital, with wood that was brought from America.
Okay.
But in one storm of lightning fell over the capital and big fire destroyed the top of the tower. So when they restored it, So the lightning fell over the tower and then destroyed the top. And then when they restored it, they reduced the height in 22 meters. It's 88 meters high, that tower. Yeah? We can see the bells over there. And then in the arcs, the first arcs we have, it is the house of the bellboy. He was living there 24/7. He couldn't leave the house because he has to advise to everyone if something happened. Huh? Yeah, so they could communicate everything with the bells. Fire, danger, it was a burial from a man or a woman, it's a marriage. The people understood the language of the bells. We don't speak bell anymore because we forgot about that, you know? Of course, that guy in the end of his life get into death. He couldn't hear properly, and was a profession that passed from father to son to grandson. I want to imagine the New Year's Eve dinner. Like what? Well, it's true that after they start to develop a system to ring the bells from the house, you know. Till the late 60s was the bellboy living there. Yeah? But now with a mechanical system that ring the bells without to get finished that, you know. And as well, as he was there all the time, with a pulley, we brought him everything that he needs, even the animals, because they have some animals over there, because they can get the eggs, you know, the meat, the milk, and as well the animals is like a natural heating, you know. It's very cold in that tower. Okay, nice thinking, yeah. Well, let's go to the Alcázar now. They are making some works and we have to surround a little bit, but it's nice because it is the old Jewish quarter, so we can see a little bit the structure of the street.
C'est bon, Charlie?
Sorry.
Sige lang namin din. Uy, katala.
The rent is cheaper than in Madrid. Maybe we can find something here for 450 euros. Yes. Yeah. Here the problem in Segovia, if you don't work in tourists or restaurants, is there are not so many choices, you know. It's a small city, so it's for that a lot of people after they move somewhere else.
Do they have a hospital?
Yeah, they have. As normally all the capital cities of the province, Segovia, they have the hospital. Here are hospital. We have this huge pine tree here.
Yes, a mint. I know. I don't think it's a mint. You need it's mint is more of a shrub. If you're turning a Ghana for Saturday and one more when you say,
Open say.
Rafiato.
Capriati.
When we say,
What do you say?
POP technology is similar. It's a limestone. I say no more. First one, no more yet, no more spray. You be going to some pom trade.
No more friend. As cement spray.
Okay, so I'm not go away from that. Yeah. Or more the year down to say POP plaster. Now, paint, you know, more the year no. A bore any some more the name a woman. Into more use foam. Like foam, my day. No, there tools you know my not or more the each design throughout. To the year, for which made the lines are to two. No, I saw a pattern say all the way to the foam no go be there'll be because I didn't know say limestone. This is way. We just say to be a graphia too. But you be saying no the omo year before say bed dry no. Nowadays we were the lines why or lines not too.
Well, you can see that over here is the canalization of the aqueduct. They extend the aqueduct till the Alcázar of Segovia, right? And we are inside a very special neighborhood because in the old days the cathedral was in front of the Alcázar. So that was the neighborhood for the people that work in the Alcázar, the priests that work over there. So it is the biggest collection of civil Romanesque buildings that there are in Europe. As you can see, that houses are from the 12th century, you know. And those people, they have some privilege. For example, they have water directly to their houses, and normally behind is a garden where they can grow whatever they want. Was a special neighborhood because over there was an ark with a door, and over there another one. So at night they can close the doors and then was shut. At 8 o'clock nobody could go inside of this neighborhood. And was some laws for this neighborhood. One of them, I don't know, for example, they were priests who lived here. So it was forbidden the entry of beautiful women inside of the neighborhood. That was written.
It was written.
Yeah. So I don't know, was one guy, maybe it was one in the gate graffiti, you know? I don't know. I don't know.
No beautiful woman.
What's it okay? Look at this. Look at this. Louis. Yeah. That door must be original. In the roof. Beam lay about 6 by 4. And that's 7 by 4. 7 by 4. And then we say 300 years, 400 years.
Yes. It's as good as a net. Better saying, oh, I may almost dying and do 50 years.
Yeah, no good. This is a nipa. Yesubanya daddy.
And I did it to me. I should say we do 100 years.
Denver? Very good. Was the first one that's coming over here?
I've been in Spain.
Where in south or?
Barcelona. Yeah, and just down.
You don't know. You don't. I know. I don't know. There's light in there.
What's your rent?
Those are one of the places you could buy for in
Oh,
your
what a view.
Yeah, but it gets cold here in the winter. Mr. Toronto. It gets cold here.
You've been here before?
No, but they said it gets cold.
Yeah. That's,
I know you're from Toronto, so you know cold.
hey, I know. I do.
I grew up in Buffalo.
Oh, I see. That's close enough. That's beautiful.
It reminds me of Italy. It really does. Wow. I don't want to be like them.
I say yes.
I read it in the book.
Yeah. Really. Sorry guys, I need a moment because we have to be together to go in. Yeah.